There we go. Hi. It's me. Just a little run. First of all, Katie T. Sort said I had organizational skills. No, I'm an art. I have all these things because I do art projects all the time anyway. I have this. I have a laminator. And if you're going to make copies out of this book, don't try to take anything out because I put them in there with some like glue, you know. I mean, don't try to lift an article out. Just copy the whole, take the whole page out. Anyway, here's the progress. A Nanny bus. If you could find a Lawrence and Eunice bus obituary, I would dig that. Okay, here's the fronts of the books. The books are, Nancy sent me 4 books. And I'm going to put like a circle that says book number 1 or something like that. And, okay, I've done some artwork. I figured I would start with the old Dundas schoolhouse, and yet Nanny's all butthurt at me because I did some dragons and stuff, and she doesn't like dragons, and I didn't pick the darn things. But that was selected, and they maybe they are scared. I'm more scared of like clowns and John Wayne Gacy than I am of those things. Anyway, and so on the fronts I'm putting the longitude and latitude, because probably by the time I get done doing this, all cars will be built with those built-in things. You just poke those things in and you will get to Dundas from wherever you are. Okay, and here's Nancy sent me. See, here's all the things Nancy sent me. Oops, here we go. Here's my box. And now every project has a limiting factor. My limiting factor is printer ink. And here's the next one. Natalie didn't like that. But man, I spent an hour and a half altering the face on that thing so it was smiling and all. Oh, well, anyway. Anyway, here's the box. And they will come back in that. And I made this. And here's all the stuff that will be, you know, here's like titles and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, there's that. And then here's the first book I've gotten. What I'm going to do, Nancy, is I just shoved all those fillers into one book. I'm just going to fill them up a book at a time. And I figure I have no way of controlling, you know, people will send in a picture of this or this or this or this. So what I'll do is like however many I can fill up with however much ink I've got right now, that's what I'll send. And then I'll start on the next one, and then I'll send it. And I'm going to send them as soon as I get them finished, and they'll be there for, you know, your reunions whenever you have them. And I'm thinking of also, because see, all these pictures that I've used, I've got them all saved in a special place. And I was thinking about burning them all onto some CD DVDs and sending a stack of those and asking everybody for like a $5 donation or something, if somebody would be so kind as to just, you know, take it home with you and send me a check for that amount. That would rock and roll. Okay, so here we go. I started with the shortest group was the reunion 2006, and golly, you know, I'm not gonna, all these pictures are online, so I'm not gonna go through it. And this is last year. Okay, this is all we got. Here's last year's reunion, and here's the thing. And let's see, all these pictures are on the website, and I'm gonna put some printed information I'm gonna stick here and there about how to get to our website and some other stuff. Okay, and then the next thing I did was anniversaries. Okay, here's Zirkle, Paul and Betty, and then Wilmer Wayne, and look at Neil Hill. She's a knockout. So, and look at Paul Swenson. He's a handsome. Look at him. Wow, isn't that cute? Aren't those cute? I just love these. Anyway, so, and I have a picture of my parents, but I don't have any of this to go with it. I guess I could make something up. Natalie could make something up. Natalie's all mad at me, so she can just get glad. Okay, then I did obituaries and deaths. Okay, here's Lauren's store got struck by lightning. And here's one about Becky. Okay, this was stuff I had saved in my books, and I was there. I got called for a paint on the side of a truck job up by where it happened, and I've got some lettering in here. I think I'm gonna just redo that lettering and just stick it on there. Okay, because I took pictures of where it was. This is a St. Marie Road right there. Anyway, so I had all this stuff, Nancy Grove, all these things. So you sent me those too, so I just used what I had. Okay, and then obituaries, and then I just lined them all up like that. Okay, so like it's just like a newspaper, you know. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, and I had a whole bunch of those, except this one here. That is too small. I think I'm going to reprint that one because, first of all, I love Dink's Jim. He taught me everything I know about woodworking. And I think I'm going to do just a bigger one of those. But anyway, and then here's all the obituaries, yada, yada, yada. And then I'm done here. Here's Homer Swenson, Paul Swenson. And then the next thing I'm going to do is class photographs. I'm going to get started on that this evening. And I have all these tools to do this kind of stuff with anyway, so anyway, and I want to tell all of y'all that have contributed stuff, being a 10-year breast cancer survivor, I just love, you know, I want to be able to give back, and it just kind of came to me. I was just sitting there one day, wow, why don't I start a little group for Dundas, you know, and I thought, I've got several people that, you know, Ruth Holtz is a friend of mine, she's from Dundas, and I thought, well, just the people I've got, there's 28 of us. If they all know one other person, shoot, we might get 50 people. Well, August the 4th, we've been up for we've been up and running for a year, and August the 4th we admitted our 200th member, and we've got like 5 or 6 cents in. So anyway, that's the status of that, and I'm gonna just post this on here. And then here's, I think this is an ad that for Eric May's thingamajig. Oh yeah, and rental information. Now this is Eric and Diane May. Okay, I called Diane. I think I announced it, but they're kind of beating around in the back of their heads when they retire, taking one of them classrooms and turning it into a museum where people could just go and browse. And I said, Diane, that's cool. We have ESP, because I was thinking it would be so awesome to take one of the classrooms and just make a little small museum. So these albums are going to be in the Dundas Museum when it comes to light. So I've got I don't know when they're going to retire, but, you know, 4 or 5 years down the road maybe. But also, I'm going to plead that if anybody's got any memorabilia of any kind, you know, I know one that I would love to put in there, but I don't think it's from the right side of the family. I know my grandpa had a gun, but I don't think you want to put guns in there because there's too many meth labs out there. They would bust in there to get the gun. But it's like a Civil War. I think it's on my mom's side of the family. So, but, you know, anything, any kind of even if it's a doily that somebody crocheted or anything, you know, the Dundas Community Center, I mean, I was talking to him about maybe designing a little thing that's the Dundas, Dundas, Illinois Museum. So these albums are going to be the first thing that goes into the museum. Well, I'm sure they've got other things they probably have on their mind. And Jeff Staley, at this moment, is going through his dad's belongings. So if you find anything besides paper, you know, anything really old, like an old tool. I wish I had some of those tools that were Aunt Little's. I mean, she had monkey wrenches, those old slidey ones with no teeth in the jaws, you know, all stuff like that. And just type up a little paragraph about whose it is, what it is, where it came from, you know, and a little history of it, you know, and pack it up and send it to, okay, I don't have their address in here, but I'm gonna put some, like I said, printed information here in the spaces, information on stuff like that, how to how to access and how to send and so on and so on. If you have trouble, if you have some stuff that you wanna send, you know, I'm gonna put my address here. You just pack it up, send it to me, and I'll get it. I'll make sure it gets to the right place and so on and so on. So yeah, any kind of little you know, anything, even if it's like a fork or a spoon or a baby spoon or just any kind of object that you know the history of that just has sentimental value, but like if you know, inherit it on down into your family, it'll probably just get either sent to a pawn shop or, you know, stuff, you know what I'm talking about. But, I mean, every family's got little something-somethings that they could contribute a little something-something to the future museum. So, I'm just so excited to be able to do these, to just give something back, you know. It warms my heart. After I had the breast cancer, boy, oh boy, that really changes your... You know what I would love to do? I know he would let me do it. But boy, I'd have to go there and that's like do some artwork on these walls in the gym. I mean, paint like one big dragon. I would not make it a scary dragon, Nat woman, but just like a really big dragon, and maybe a basketball player in there. That would be kind of cool, and a cheerleader jumping. That would be kind of neat. Just some artwork on the walls, and I think all around you could do, like, you're in a farming community, so you could put, like, I would put, I don't know, corn, oats, peas, beans, and barley grow, you know, all around. Now, here's this. See, I hate cute things. I mean, you know, I like it, but no, kill, you know. No, I'm kidding. Whoever took the time to do that, thank you, because somebody had their artistic cap on. They actually made that, and I dig that. Oh, and I'm going to make some table here. So I noticed that y'all have table decorations. I'm going to make some little dragon table decorations, but I want to put some red and black crepe papery something or other, and they'll be permanent that you can keep there and so on and so forth, you know. So I'm going to make 12, and then anyway, this has just been so fun so far. And here's the best Bernie sitter. I found out that Nat said she would babysit Bernie anytime. Bernie sitter. Yeah, that'd be a hard job. That'd be a blast. I would love it. One time I remember we were over at his house. Here's Pam, and we're playing on the swing set. Okay, and I'm like an only child at the time, and I did like parachuted out of the swing or something. I landed like on my side or back or something, knocked the wind out of me. He comes over and puts his arm around me, and I thought I was going to die because it knocked the air out of me, and it's like you can't breathe. And I'm like a little kid, and I literally thought I was going to die. And he puts his arm around me, he says, "You okay?" And I kind of nodded, and he just walked away. So many kids around, he's like, what's another one? And he was like, he wasn't very concerned. But anyway, I'm very proud of what I've got done so far, you know. But yeah, these here, and I thought I would just do this little vid of what we're putting. And these are for, you know, there's some people literally, there's no way they can ever look on the Facebook, you know. But now there are some people who, let me point at some. I'm going to point. Wait, let me find, there's one I'm going to point at. Point at him. Hold on. Do some pointing. And here this, he passed away. Gary, yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to stop because you can't post more than 15 minutes. Where's Fred Zirkle? Point. He could get on Facebook. Point.